My name's Nickson. I work at MyFM. I'm 31, I'm married, I'm a proud parent to a dog. I used to have diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and just with a few lifestyle changes, I've been able to move forward and live a healthier life. I was 23 at the time. I wasn't feeling too well, and I knew that something was up, but at the time I was living in a little bit of a denial patch where I just thought, oh, maybe I'm just unhealthy, maybe I'm just fat. But there was like a few signs that I knew weren't right. Like going to the toilet regularly, like that was a bit weird. I knew that my body wasn't keeping up with some of the stuff that I wanted to do mentally. I didn't want to like stress my mum out about it. I just think that your mum's kind of the center when you're growing up of everything important, and your mum is kind of like that figure that she can't do no wrong, and I knew that she would have taken that to heart. I'm an only child, so I know that if she knew that her baby was sick with something that was caused by unhealthy living, I was living with my parents at the time, I didn't want her to blame herself. And I know that that's a big thing for Polynesian children, especially like sons. You never want to put your mum in a situation where she feels like it's her fault, or that she could have done something to help but she didn't. So I didn't want to stress her out. I talked to my dad about it, who's kind of more mainstream, level-headed, and he was like, let's go to the doctor, let's sort this out. So he was kind of my support person at the time. I knew that there would be some emotion attached, but he would go in with the mentality of let's just get this fixed. So him and I went into the doctors. At the time I was diagnosed with pre-diabetes, and then after not making changes initially, because I thought I was the man, that's when I officially became type 2 diabetic. So and at that point I knew that I had to make a change. I knew that it got serious. At my heaviest I was like 120 kilos. When I started to change things, I got a bit too light because I went too extreme, and I went to like 60 kilos. So I dropped half my body weight. And then I thought, I want to look like Sonny Bill. Let's go to the gym and start doing cardio, weights, and eating protein, eating proper foods. This is probably the healthiest I've ever been in my whole entire life right now. And I'm just guts that I didn't do it back when I was like in high school. Type 2 diabetes is preventable or can be delayed. It's one of those things that no one should have to go through it. As a Pacific Islander, my job now is to encourage people to not do what I did in the past, but to start making these changes now so then they can live healthier lives. The rate of Pacific Islanders getting type 2 diabetes is insane. 1 in 3 Pacific Islanders over the age of 45 are getting diabetes, and that is so high for a group that seems to think that they're so strong, and we need to be strong, but we need to be strong and healthy at the same time. My goal one day is to be a dad and be able to keep up with my kids and go to the park and push them around on the swing and run around the park with them and not have to sit down because I'm too fat or too tired. So that's the next step, but at this stage now, I think that I've made some good changes that have set me up really well.